What if the stories your father told you, the ones you dismissed as childish fantasies, were not just stories at all? Imagine discovering that every myth, every legend, and every fairy tale is an echo of a hidden truth, a secret world teeming with magic and advanced technology that exists just beyond our perception. This is the new reality for a young boy whose unparalleled genius is about to be tested in a way he never could have imagined. He must dive headfirst into this hidden world of danger and ancient secrets to save the one he truly trusts. Welcome to our detailed recap of the 2020 science fantasy adventure, Artemis Fowl. Prepare yourself for an immersive journey into a story about a 12-year-old prodigy who must orchestrate an impossible plan against a civilization of magical beings. His world is shattered when his father vanishes without a trace, and a sinister voice on the phone delivers an ultimatum. Find a legendary magical artifact known as the Akulos, or never see his father again. This single demand plunges him into the middle of a secret war between the human world and a highly advanced subterranean society of fairies, elves, and dwarves. With his life and his father's on the line, he must use every ounce of his incredible intelligence to outsmart powerful magic, uncover a conspiracy that spans generations, and prove that sometimes the greatest weapon is a brilliant mind. Our story introduces us to Artemis Fowl II, a boy who is anything but ordinary. At just 12 years old, he operates on a level of intellect that baffles his teachers and even the psychiatrist his school insists he sees. He's a world chess champion, an architect of groundbreaking scientific inventions, and possesses a mind that processes information with the speed of a supercomputer. He lives a life of isolated luxury in the magnificent Fowl Manor, an ancient castle perched on the dramatic cliffs of the Irish coast. His only real companion is his father, Artemis Fowl I, a charismatic and enigmatic collector of rare global antiquities. Artemis treasures the time he spends with his father, who fills his son's mind with mesmerizing tales of a secret world of fairies, goblins, and dwarves living deep beneath the Earth's surface. Artemis Sr. often departs on mysterious business trips, leaving his son in the care of their ever-present and formidable bodyguard, Domovoi Butler. Butler's family has served the Fowls for generations, a lineage of protectors bound by loyalty. Though the stories of magic seem like fanciful fiction, Artemis Sr. speaks with them with a captivating sincerity, promising Artemis that his work is almost complete and soon they will have all the time in the world to be a family. This fragile peace shatters one morning after his father leaves in his private helicopter for yet another trip. Artemis awakens to a world plunged into chaos. News channels are broadcasting sensational reports, branding his father not as a respected art collector, but as the mastermind behind some of the most audacious thefts in history. The media accuses him of stealing priceless artifacts from the world's most secure museums. To make matters worse, his luxury yacht has been discovered abandoned in the middle of the ocean, deepening the mystery and fueling the media frenzy. Artemis watches, his face a mask of disbelief and horror, refusing to accept that his hero, his father, could be a common criminal. The manor, once a sanctuary, now feels like a prison of confusion and fear. As the storm of news rages on, the manor's landline phone rings with an unnerving shrillness. Before Butler can intervene, Artemis snatches the receiver. A chilling, electronically distorted voice speaks to him. It is a hooded figure, her face obscured by shadow, who coldly informs Artemis that she is holding his father. She issues a terrifying ultimatum. Artemis has exactly 3 days to locate and deliver a powerful mystical object known as the Akulos. Failure is not an option. If he does not comply, his father will be eliminated. When a stunned Artemis asks what the Akulos even is, the kidnapper mockingly replies, "You're the famous Artemis Fowl. Figure it out." The line goes dead, leaving Artemis in a silent, echoing hall, the weight of an impossible task now resting squarely on his young shoulders. This is the moment his life as a child ends, and his perilous journey into a world he thought only existed in stories begins. With the kidnapper's threat echoing in his mind, Artemis immediately turns to Butler, his voice steady despite the fear he feels. "What is the Oculos?" he demands. Butler's stoic expression softens with the realization that the time for secrets has passed. He leads Artemis not to a study or a library, but to a hidden panel behind a bookshelf. The panel slides open to reveal a descending staircase leading to a secret high-tech command center. This is the true heart of Fowl Manor, a hidden sanctuary where generations of the Fowl family have cataloged and studied the very real world of magical creatures. It is here that Artemis discovers his father's detailed journal, a leather-bound book filled with intricate drawings, ancient texts, and scientific observations about fairy biology and technology. As he frantically reads through the pages, the pieces of the puzzle begin to click into place. He learns that the Oculos is an artifact of immense power, a sort of cosmic key, and the villain who has his father is a disgraced and power-hungry fairy named Opal Koboli. Her goal is to use the Oculos to expose the magical world and wage a devastating war on the unsuspecting human race. Miles below, deep within the Earth's molten core, lies Haven City, the dazzling and technologically advanced capital of the fairy civilization. Here, we meet Captain Holly Short of the Lower Elements Police Reconnaissance Unit, or Leprechaun. Holly is a determined and fiercely skilled officer, but she flies in the shadow of her father's tarnished legacy. Her father, Beechwood Short, was a celebrated LEP Recon officer who was branded a traitor and killed after being accused of stealing the very Oculus that Opal Koboli now seeks. Holly is driven by a burning desire to clear his name, a mission that often puts her at odds with her by-the-book superior, Commander Root. Root sees Holly as a reckless but talented officer who lets emotion cloud her judgment. Meanwhile, back on the surface, Opal Koboli sets a dangerous plan in motion. She orchestrates the escape of a giant, brutish troll from captivity and unleashes it on an unsuspecting wedding party in a quaint Italian village. Commander Root dispatches Holly to contain the threat. Holly and her elite team arrive just in time, subduing the rampaging beast and deploying a time freeze, a massive bubble of energy that freezes time within a specific area, allowing them to operate without human witnesses. Afterward, they use a mind wipe device to erase the memories of everyone involved. But instead of returning to Haven City as ordered, Holly follows a hunch, a clue from her father's old case files that leads her directly to the coast of Ireland, right into the territory of Fowl Manor. This is precisely what Artemis had been planning for. Using his father's journal, which details fairy patrol routes and tactics, he predicts Holly's every move. In a perfectly executed ambush, Butler captures the unsuspecting fairy with surprising ease and secures her in a specially designed cage within the manor, a cage impervious to fairy magic. Artemis's brilliant high-stakes gambit is now in play. By capturing a leprechaun officer, he has sent a clear message to the hidden world. He knows they exist, and he is not afraid. In Haven City, when Commander Root learns of Holly's capture, her fury is matched only by her shock at the human's audacity. She assembles a massive leprechaun siege unit and immediately ascends to the surface. They surround Fowl Manor and engulf the entire estate in a massive time freeze, cutting it off from the rest of the world. But Artemis is several steps ahead. Using Holly's confiscated advanced weaponry and communication gear, he and Butler easily repel the first wave of fairy commandos. Artemis opens a direct channel to Commander Root, his young face appearing on her command ship's main screen. He lays out his terms with cold, unwavering confidence. He will release Captain Holly Short, but only in exchange for the Oculus. Root is stunned into silence. The Oculus is the source of all good magic, the most sacred and powerful object in their world. She flatly refuses. As the tense siege drags on, inside the manor, Artemis and Holly begin to communicate. He tells her about his kidnapped father, and Holly, hearing the desperation in his voice, begins to see past the arrogant boy and recognize a shared pain. She too knows what it's like to have a father unjustly branded as a criminal. A fragile bond of trust starts to form between the human genius and the elven warrior. Outside, Root grows desperate. She initiates a high-risk B plan, recruiting a notorious kleptomaniac dwarf from a fairy prison. She offers him a significantly reduced sentence if he can successfully tunnel into the impenetrable Fowl Manor and rescue Holly.
Mulch, whose unique dwarven biology allows him to unhinge his jaw and consume vast quantities of earth, creating tunnels as he goes, gleefully accepts the deal. He burrows his way under the manor's foundations and emerges inside, but his thieving instincts immediately take over. Instead of heading for Holly, he follows the scent of treasure and locates Artemis S's hidden safe. Artemis and Butler, observing him on their internal security network, knowingly allow him to proceed, suspecting the safe contains the one thing that can save them all. After bypassing a series of complex locks, Mulch swings open the heavy vault door. There, suspended in a shimmering field of magical energy, is the Oculus itself. The exact moment Mulch lays his hands on the Oculus, the entire situation spirals violently out of control. Aboard the Leprechaun command ship hovering over the manor, a long simmering betrayal comes to a boil. Lieutenant Briar Cudgeon, an ambitious officer revealed to be a spy for Opal Kaboli, executes a coup. He incapacitates and arrests Commander Root, seizing control of the entire siege operation. His first command is devastating. He orders a complete magic jam within the confines of Foul Manor, instantly rendering Holly and all her fairy equipment utterly powerless. With Root out of the way, Cudgeon unleashes his trump card. The very same troll that Holly had captured in Italy is teleported from its holding cell directly into the grand foyer of the house. The troll's orders are simple and brutal. Destroy everyone inside: Artemis, Holly, Butler, and Butler's visiting teenage niece, Juliet, and retrieve the Oculus. Absolute chaos erupts. The colossal troll, roaring with primal fury, smashes through ancient walls and priceless furniture as if they were made of paper. The team is at a catastrophic disadvantage. Without access to her magic, Holly is just a soldier with useless tech. Artemis, using his intellect as his only weapon, frantically tries to coordinate a defense, while Butler and Juliet use their formidable combat skills to create distractions, their attacks barely phasing the creature's thick hide. In a moment of sheer panic and inspiration, Mulch Diggums swallows the glowing Oculus to keep it hidden from the monster. The battle is a desperate, destructive dance. In a supreme act of loyalty and sacrifice, Butler spots a massive, ornate chandelier breaking free from the ceiling, directly above Artemis. Without a second's hesitation, he shoves the boy to safety, taking the full, crushing impact himself. He falls, motionless, seemingly killed instantly. Witnessing his protector's fall, Artemis screams in anguish. Holly, seeing the boy's grief and fueled by a surge of enraged determination, fights back with renewed ferocity. She manages to hurl a heavy object through one of the large stained glass windows, shattering it. This small act has a massive consequence. The breach in the manor's structure causes the external time freeze field to flicker and destabilize, disrupting Cudgeon's magic dampening signal for a split second. In that critical moment, loyal Leprechaun officers on the ship, defying Cudgeon's tyrannical orders, manage to unblock Holly's magic. A surge of green energy flows back into her, and the tide of the battle is about to turn with spectacular force. With her powers flooding back into her, Holly Short doesn't waste a single moment. As the time freeze surrounding the manor finally begins to collapse under its own instability, she focuses her restored energy, not on the defeated troll, but on the still form of Butler lying beneath the wreckage of the chandelier. A warm, brilliant green light envelops him, and with a surge of life-giving magic, his catastrophic injuries miraculously heal. He gasps, drawing a sharp breath, brought back from the very brink of death. Outside, the LEP Recon Army, their command structure shattered by Cudgeon's treason and the time stop failing, is forced into a full, chaotic retreat. With the immediate threat neutralized, a powerful and unlikely alliance has been forged in the crucible of battle. Artemis and Holly stand together, no longer captive in captive, but as partners. Mulch, with a rather unpleasant heave, safely regurgitates the Oculus. Artemis, having seen the destructive potential of the artifact, refuses to hand it over to the villainous Opal. Holly, now trusting him completely, agrees that its immense power must be used for good. She takes the Oculus, and as its light intensifies, she activates its true purpose. In a blinding, swirling vortex of light and energy, it rips open a magical portal across space and time, pulling Artemis's father from Opal's distant prison and depositing him directly into the Foul Manor library. The reunion is overwhelming and emotional. Artemis Fowl Sr. is alive and safe. He quickly explains the full story, revealing that he and Holly's father, Beechwood Short, were secret partners, working together to keep the Aculus hidden from Opal Kaboe. He gives Holly a data chip containing a complete list of all of Opal's co-conspirators within the fairy government, the undeniable proof she needs to finally clear her father's name and expose the corruption. Holly returns to Haven City a celebrated hero. She returns the Aculus to its rightful place, presents the evidence against Cudgeon and the others, and is promoted to lead the new investigation into Opal's criminal network. Back at the manor, Artemis, now fully embracing his family's extraordinary legacy, makes a call. Opal Kaboe answers, and she hears the voice of the boy genius, no longer a child, but a formidable adversary. "I'm coming for you," he vows, promising to restore the balance between their two worlds. The story concludes as Artemis, his restored father, and the loyal butler board their helicopter. They swoop down to pick up Mulch Diggums, who has been pardoned for his help and now is a permanent member of their unlikely team, as they fly off together toward a new dawn and their next great adventure. So, what did you think of this magical adventure and its thrilling conclusion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching!